I was sitting up there thinking about those two white boys from Texas who wanted to recruit some homeless people and take over a small country in Haiti.
I'm sorry.
Like, what was they doing when they? I mean,
they was watching the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and then after that they had a retrospective on Roberto Clemente and the Pittsburgh Pirates. That's the only thing that makes sense. Welcome to Racist of the Week. This is where we expose the stupidity and hypocrisy of discrimination in hopes we can build a more perfect union. And also laugh. As usual, I would like to thank today's sponsor, Racism. And of course, if you have any nominees, you can drop them in the comments. You can email me at admin@ReeseWaters.com. Today's nominee.
There were two Texas men who were stupid enough to try to go to Gonave, which is an island off the Gulf of Haiti, right? And try to enslave women and children. Tanner Thomas and Gavin Weisenburg. Sorry. You don't even need a picture. I'm going to show you, but you don't even need a picture to picture these men, right?
They just thought they could go and take over. See, this is what happens when your little league team not integrated. This is what happens. I blame Texas. This is what happens when your little league team is not integrated. They didn't know about us. Now they know, though.
You're going to learn today.
So these people of powder were trying to recruit men and homeless people in D.C.
I'm sorry. Did you say homeless people? He went to recruit homeless people to... Normally you ask homeless people, hey, can you watch my commander's tees? Or could you hold my dog while I run into the store? Or whistle if you see my wife in the parking lot. Like normally that's what you ask. That's what you ask them to do. Not takeovers. That's not, I ain't see that on their resume.
And then these palm-colored men were trying to be heavily armed and get on a sailboat to travel by sailboat to Haiti to kill the men and enslave the women and children. Obviously, that is terrible. That is evil, right? But what is so crazy to me is while I'm watching this on the news, they're literally saying, we are just so shocked. We've never seen a case like this. That's what the police are saying, right? And I'm like, have you never opened a history book? This is colonialism. Why are you shocked? This has been a thing for centuries. This is what y'all do.
So basically now Haiti is up 2-0 on revolutions. Yeah, Haiti is up 2-0 on revolutions in the 7-game series. I don't think we're going to catch them. I don't think anybody going to catch Haiti. Now, did you say the news?
A federal grand jury indicted 2 North Texas men accused of plotting to invade a foreign island, kill the men, and take the women as sex slaves.
Whoa. I heard as slaves. I should have assumed. I should have assumed when I saw the photos. I should have assumed that. It wasn't no hip hop clubs in the area that you could have gone to before you went and did all this. I mean, clearly you picked them specifically because you have affinity for that kind of woman. Again, I blame Texas. This what happens when you make America great again. They gotta go invade a whole nother country just to meet some black women.
I pity the fool.
2025 is almost over and we're falling into the same trap again, waiting for January 1st to start something new or learn a new skill. But here's the truth. You don't need a new year to make a new start. Let me tell you about the 2-day live AI mastermind training by Outskill, the world's first AI-focused educational platform, happening this Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern on both days. Outskill is rated 4.9 out of 5 on Trustpilot, and this 16-hour live experience by them has been attended by more than 10 million worldwide professionals like you. You'll learn how to use AI to simplify your daily tasks, build AI agents that plan, create, and automate your workflows, design AI automations that connect tools like Sheets, Notion, and CRMs to save hours, gain ready-to-use AI systems for your job, business, or freelance projects. Outskill's learners have launched AI-powered businesses that even built weekly revenue models worth $4,000 to $5,000. Not just that, you'll receive bonuses worth $5,000, including a prompt Bible, a roadmap to monetize AI, and a personalized AI toolkit builder, only if you attend both the days. This Christmas, gift this opportunity to somebody you think could benefit from learning AI, as it could change their career in 2026. Seats are limited. Grab yours now via the link in the description. P.S. Join the WhatsApp community to stay updated before the big blast.
Prosecutors say one of the men enlisted in the Air Force to get military training he thought he needed. Fox 4's Blake Hansen in our newsroom tonight with these stunning allegations. Blake.
Yeah, Stephen Heather, federal prosecutors say the suspects didn't plan to go it alone. In fact, the feds say they plan to recruit people who are homeless in Washington, D.C. to serve on their, quote, expeditionary force and take over a small Haitian island. The grand jury indictment handed up today charges 21-year-old Gavin Weisenburg from Allen and 20-year-old Tanner Thomas from Argyle with conspiracy to murder, maim, or kidnap in a foreign country.
Now, quick question. When you guys were imagining who did this, Gavin and Tanner? Did Gavin and Tanner, everybody had Gavin and Tanner. Gavin and Tanner? Oh, Bradley, that's a good one too.
Record Joe Weisenburg was booked into the Collin County Jail in July. We've not been able to find a mugshot for Thomas. Prosecutors say he was in the U.S. Air Force at the time. The place they are accused of plotting to invade is called Gonave Island. It is part of the Republic of Haiti. It's not small. In fact, that island has about 87,000 residents.
87,000? Did you say 87,000? Like a whole college football stadium? Like 87,000 people? They should have let the plot go through. You know what I mean? They should have let the plot, because I have small kids, which is basically what we're dealing with mentally. Sometimes they got to learn that way. Sometimes they should, hey, if I was on that FBI surveillance team, I don't let one slide through. Say, he won't do that again.
Are you that stupid?
Prosecutors say Weisenburg and Thomas planned to lead that expeditionary force by sailboat to the island, murder the men, take control of the island, and then turn the women into sex slaves.
I'm sorry, did you say sailboat? You said sailboat? That's what the first guy said, sailboat. They was going to take a sail. So y'all just going to go ferry back and forth? Is that what y'all going to do? Y'all going to treat it like me putting my kids to sleep, like you just marching back and forth between there in the bedroom? No, no, we run this island now. I don't want to hear y'all over on the mainland. Don't make me come back here.
You better pray to the God of skinny punks that this wind doesn't pick up.
See, that's where the mentality is messed up. So the homeless people are equipped to take over the island. But between all of y'all can't construct or commandeer a decent vessel. And what was supposed to happen when you got there? Again, they should have let this happen. I want to see it.
The feds say the plan dates back to August of last year. They say Weisenburg enrolled in a Rockwall Fire Academy to learn command and control protocols, but flunked out in February. They say he then traveled to Thailand to learn how to sail, but didn't enroll in the school due to the cost. The feds say Thomas, meanwhile, enlisted in the Air Force in January and in March changed his station assignment from Germany to Maryland to better coordinate the invasion and recruit the homeless population in D.C.
That wasn't weird. That wasn't weird when he asked to be transferred. That wasn't. Yeah, I would like to be close to D.C. Well, you got family over there? Nah, I just, I like to, I like to loiter outside of 7-Eleven and Wawa, just talk to the people. That's just where I feel comfortable.
You what?
That wasn't weird that my man spent all of his time around the homeless people of DC. That wasn't weird to nobody. And by the way, it wasn't weird to him that you have a clear imbalance of commitment. So you enter the service, get yourself transferred to be close to DC. This man done flunked out, flew to Thailand, and came back because he didn't have it to take the sailing course in Thailand. I'm pretty sure you pay that in reeds. He couldn't take the sailing course in Thailand, but you was trusting him to be your right-hand man for the Haiti takeover. They not only was their neighborhood not integrated, apparently they were the only two people in it. I don't know how this was your man's.
I was sitting up there thinking about those two motherfuckers, those two white boys from Texas who wanted to recruit some homeless people and take over a small country in Haiti.
I'm sorry.
Like, what was they doing when they
was watching the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and then after that they had a retrospective on Roberto Clemente and the Pittsburgh Pirates. That's the only thing that makes sense. I got one more suggestion. They might have been watching clips on the internet of the West Indian Day Parade, because you know what I'm saying. They seen them feathers and they had to have it.
But that is some weird ass shit. I mean, two motherfuckers and some homeless people, man, can't even take over an apartment complex, man. I mean, what the fuck they talking about a whole country?
Now, in order to get your crew on board, you have to feed and clothe them. And how do you keep them on board after that? Because that's all they looking for. That's all they looking for. They are looking for sustenance, not combat. So how is it that you keep them on board after you have fed and taken care of? Were you going to keep them starving the whole time? Were you going to promise them a good Haitian meal once you got to Gonave? And it's another question. Is your opinion too low of Haiti, or is your opinion too high of your crew? I'm not entirely sure. Because I could say if your opinion was that high of the homeless population of DC, then maybe you could say, you guys can actually dovetail with something I can get on board with. But what was the... one thing we definitely know, your opinion was way too high of yourselves.
The confidence of mediocre white men is completely unmatched, because what do you mean these two men below me, Tanner and Gavin, from North Texas, were going to attempt to take over a Haitian island that had 87,000 inhabitants, overpower the entire island, unalive all the men, and turn the women and children into SMEC slaves? These two are sitting behind bars right now. They faced life in prison for this. They also had CSAM on their devices, but they were arrested back in July. The details of this case, though, are just surfacing. So essentially their plan was to take a sailboat and bring it down to Haiti and enact this plan that they've been training a year for, okay? But don't worry, they weren't going to do it alone. They were going to recruit the homeless population of DC. That is correct. I haven't read a headline this ridiculous in quite some time. You were going to try to take on 87,000 people, 1, and 2, you were going to try to take on the gangs in Haiti?
Now all of a sudden I understand why Pete Hegseth be saying diversity is not our strength. I get why he said diversity is not our strength, because once we diversify, diversity might be our strength, but it's not our strength. You know what I mean? And then we got to compete. You know, and then we got y'all seen the way the NFL look. You know what I mean? Diversity is not our strength. We used to dominate. Pre-integration, we used to dominate. That's why I say diversity is not our strength.
I hate it here.
I got another meaning for that. When they say diversity is not our strength, that actually makes sense, because you could say that to mean it's not something that we do well. And I don't think that anybody would argue that diversity is something that America does well. It's Yahtzees on a bridge somewhere in America right now. Yeah, probably in Ohio.
This is an absolutely insane story. 2 men from the state of Texas, named Gavin Weisenburg and Tanner Thomas, have been arrested by federal authorities in Texas for planning to stage a coup on a Haitian island right off the Haitian mainland, where they planned to murder all the men on this island, okay, and then enslave all the women and children and utilize them as their sexual slaves. According to the indictment, they started planning this coup back in August of 2024, and they started learning skills that they believed were going to help them take this island, Gonave Island, an island of 86,000 people, by force. They started learning Haitian Creole. One of them joined the fire academy and flunked out, got dismissed, then went to Thailand to apparently learn sailing techniques. Another one of them joined the Air Force to apparently learn any helpful techniques he could there in order to carry out this sick and twisted fantasy. Another part of their plan was to recruit homeless people around the Washington, D.C. area to apparently join them in these efforts to take over Gonave Island by force. Weisenburg and Thomas were arrested, and they are now charged with conspiracy to kill or kidnap persons in a foreign country.
And then they picked Haiti. They picked Haiti of all places. I can tell you this, wherever their jail cells are, that should be a landmark for Haitian Americans. All Haitian Americans, hey, when Haitians come to America, that should be one of their rites of passage, is go and visit, you know, the rebellion that was quelled. You know what I mean? That's what I would do. And now, granted, as wild as this story is, it actually has some precedent.
Now, I've seen some folks in the Haitian community say this, and I just want to reiterate, these two were going to play with the wrong people. For those of you that don't know about Haitian history, Haiti is the only country in world history to have been founded as a result of a successful slave rebellion. It is also the first independent black republic in the entire world. And on top of that, is the first country to declare independence from their colonizers and their slavers in Latin America. It would not have gone well for them if they would have tried this. I can guarantee you that. And this is not a new phenomenon in the United States. White supremacists throughout this country's history have always tried to be like, oh, we're going to go colonize a random country in the Americas and Latin America and the Caribbean and make everyone our slaves because we're kings. We deserve that, right? We have the example of William Walker, who back in the 1800s wanted to do the exact same thing in Mexico, in Central America, specifically Nicaragua, Honduras, Costa Rica. This guy wanted to go in with a band of white supremacists and make himself king and enslave everybody in those countries. That did not go well for him. He was executed by the Honduran government in the 1800s. I hope these two rot in prison for the rest of their lives.
Now, I can only imagine how this is going down with the Haitian population. You know, once they get past laughing.
I, for one, would have loved to have seen the attempt of those two Texas guys go to the island of Gonave to fulfill their long-inherited colonial and sexually physically violent dream against my people. Two 20-year-old fuck-ass racist degenerates plotting a coup d'etat in a country with people that they've never really encountered. And I think all of the violence that's been going on in the main capital of Haiti has got you guys confused. You're seeing these little Haitian women and Haitian men running for their lives, running to safety, and you guys are confused about the Haitian people. Maybe some of you need to test us out ourselves, because that gun pape blanc. This is not just exclusive to Haitians. This is a common understanding in all black communities. We're not scared of you. We know what you're capable of. We know who you are. Because yes, maybe when you first got here, you know, some of the islanders, they're still a little ignorant and they still favor white people. They might have given you a little special treatment, but once they're on board, they're on board. You and your maybe 5, 6, 20 even mercenaries got to the island of 87,000 plus people. I wonder what would happen next. Même si t'es tué 100, même si t'es tué 200, 300, 400, you t'as tué quand même. Même avec Kraskak à ton coup. No, because maybe you don't know Haitians like I know Haitians. That gen pas joué, non?
Can you imagine 2 21-year-old Texans were planning to invade a small island which belongs to Haiti, subjugate the women and enslave them? They were going to use homeless people from America, some weird boats and guns to subjugate the whole island and enslave the women. This right here is the result of many embracing colonial ideology, yeah, and also white nationalist ideology. It's becoming a norm. People are embracing this. You've got people in politics excusing stuff like this, racism. Oh, they're just joking. Is this a joke? They were gonna enslave the women and use them for, I can't say on TikTok, but you can guess what they were gonna use them for. All because they're being told to be proud of the colonial era, to be proud of their supremacy. It's crazy, bro. You think it's just these two? There's plenty of other people with the same mentality in that nation. It's crazy, bro. And why target Haiti specifically? Obviously because of the history of Haiti. Haiti defeated the colonial power. They abolished slavery. They became independent. One of the first independent black nations on earth. And they want to go there, subjugate the people and say, we're bringing back slavery and stuff like that. It's crazy. But you think them Haitians would sit down and let you do that? Don't underestimate my brethren in Haiti, okay? Anyway, the feds got them. They've been arrested. It's all good. But this is becoming a norm. People with this mentality becoming a norm. They spent over a year planning this. Absolutely insane, isn't it? Hey, God have mercy. God have mercy.
Now, there are many competitors for the wildest part of this story, but the fact that they spent over a year planning it and it involved a sailboat and recruiting homeless people from the streets of a city where you're not from have to be 1A and 1B. It gotta be 1A and 1B. The colonialism, actually wouldn't be the wildest part, because not only have we seen the talk and the rhetoric that has been, amplified in America 2025, but we've seen things like this. No, not past history, in the 1900s.
They took Haitian Creole language training, enrolled in sailing school, and even researched ammunition and firearms that they could take over there. This is a white supremacist dream, and they've been trying this for decades now. In 1981, a group of white supremacists from Canada and the United States tried to take over the island of Dominica. They wanted to turn the whole island into a base for drugs, cartels, and weapons. And for the people there, they wanted to turn it into a tropical apartheid. They had boats full of ammunition at the pier. The only difference is when they went to take off, the FBI was waiting for them. The same fantasy, the same danger.
Now, here's where we have a new entry for the wildest part of this story, because the plot to take over Dominica was to construct a base where you could funnel commerce. There was finances involved in that one. Y'all did it for women. Y'all facing life because you didn't have the confidence to drive cross town and go to the hip hop club. That y'all went forward with incel fantasies, and you are facing life for trying to live out incel fantasies. And we understand that that's what this was because of that other little nasty charge that y'all are facing as well.
As well as a charge of production of child
That's right. So for all the jokes that I have had up to this point, let's also keep in mind this is a sex crime that they had in mind, that they wanted to prosecute on the people of Haiti, on black women. Let's keep that in mind. So one thing I can say though, because we have seen nothing like this, but like we have seen people completely out of pocket and the apologies that get made for them by the right wing. I'm curious whether or not they would make apologies for this. What you think? And they say young men today lack ambition. Why are federal prosecutors going after red-blooded young American men instead of prosecuting the seditious Democrat billionaires and politicians that are working to destroy our country? I can't even get teens to read a book. When I was 20, my biggest concerns were drinking and trying to meet women. My, how times have changed. I got a question. Yeah, it sounds like that's what, you know. You could be down with them if you want. When the 4 a.m. table conversations make it to the next day. Her, I bet he's cheating. Him with the boys. Is the cure to male loneliness the boys buying a boat to sail to a foreign island, unalive all the men, and enslave the women and children? If I had a nickel for every time I recruited a drone army or harvested stem cells to grow a chimera meat monster or stole the plans to the solar array of the future, I'd have many nickels. I can tell you that right now. See, this is why they should have let that happen. This is why they should have let that happen. Because it would have been good for them to have a frame of reference for what happens for things like this moving forward. That's why it would have been good for humanity. I'm telling you that right now. But for right now, Gavin and Tyler, y'all can take these nominations for Racist of the Week. I'll send them to you in the Supermax. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I can put it on your books. I'll send it to commissary, and then you could barter. You know, in the jail, you could barter around for that. So, you can get a couple Twinkies for that. Seriously, because Tina Peters got 3 Twinkies for hers.
But wait, there's more.
Or you could take the Rudy Giuliani approach and keep it, because it'll be worth more on the outside. So now he got it. You know, he was able to auction it off and get those low shoes back.
Stop the cap.
Shout out to all my Haitian Americans. We got Jason Derulo. My man, Eric Andre Blake Griffin. How about that? Karine Jean-Pierre, Andre Berto, Garcelle Beauvoir, Jamie Hector. Oh, snap. Marlo Haitian. Hey, y'all better not let nobody find out y'all charges on the inside. Yeah, because Marlo got his package back out. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I hope you had a beautiful start to your holiday season. Also, shout out to everybody that took advantage of our holiday sale over at the People's Get Up and ReeseWaters.com. And if you didn't, look on the bright side. At least you didn't wait in line for one of them Target bags.
Kind of done, but I really want to do this. So I'm so excited to show you what I got in my Target grab bag this year. I waited all night so I could get this. Okay, so the first thing I got was They Hate You.
But there is good news to all my members out there. Be on the lookout for your discount code for merch, which will extend beyond the holidays.
Finger licking good special. That's what I'm talking about.
Also extending beyond the holidays, this malfunctioning administration. And sometimes I just can't wait for the whole process in order to talk down on DEI hires. So I'm going to roll out breaking news. Be on the lookout for those. The thumbnails will look a little bit different. I might look a little, no, I'm gonna look the same. I'm gonna look exactly the same. Oh, that must be some fan art. Hey, Reese, I watch your show every night. I love what you're doing and how you conduct yourself. Please send me your address so I can send you this picture that I did. See the attached. Thank you, Renisa. Oh, now look at that. Huh? No, that's me. That was me. It don't look. In the multiverse. In the multiverse, I'm a prince from Africa. Wakanda. Well, thank you so much, Renisa. I very much appreciate it. And to the rest of you, feel free to send me whatever you got to admin@reesewaters.com. But not perishables. Don't send me perishables. For that, you just donate that to Ray J. Yeah. Who get arrested on Thanksgiving? I mean, really?